Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. Once again, this is Bowtie Soulfly, coming at you live from the Bowtie Soulfly estate here in Darkest Dungeon. So, last episode we went through the scripted first mission, we picked up a couple new companions, Brickville and Uri Day. Again, if you want to leave comments of what you think the character's name should be, or if you want me to name a character coming up after you, go ahead and let me know, and I'm willing to go ahead and do that. So, without further ado, I don't think there's anything else for us to do, so we're going to go ahead and embark on our first mission.
Mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, so our first mission is going to be Into the Ruins. It's going to be a short mission. So as you can see, there's no camping involved. It's going to be Apprentice, so it's level 1, so level 1 and 2 characters can go. The reward's going to be 3,000 gold, 2 busts, and a quickening satchel for the Grave Robber. Okay, so the Grave Robber is one of the classes that we're going to eventually get one of, and this gives them plus 2 speed and plus 20% move resist. Ooh, that could be interesting. So, we're going to go ahead, line up our party here. And there, and there. And keep our healer in back. So we got the usual suspects. Occasionally, and I'm not sure how you get them to pop up, but when you have certain combinations of units, eventually you will get different titles for them. So before we go into this, I'm going to go ahead and if you look at the bottom left here, you can switch outfits. So yeah, I'm liking the red theme that we got going here. Kind of rustic looking. Alright. There we go. And you know what, we'll put you back to number 1. Alright. So we got our red squad here. Let's take a look really quick at what abilities we have. We have Plague Grenade, which is good. It hits the back line and deals blight or poison damage. Blinding Gas, which deals stun, which is fantastic. I love this ability. Incision, which causes bleed damage in addition to regular damage, and then Disorienting Blast, so it can shuffle enemy parties, and it'll clear all corpses. As I mentioned last video, corpses can be kind of a problem, especially because they can eventually be rezzed, and can basically make it harder for you to hit the people that you want to hit. So, this ability will clear all the corpses, no problem. And then, of course, we have Uri, our healer, who has Dazzling Light, which is a stun ability. Mace Bash, just a basic melee ability. Divine Grace, which heals our party members. As I said, damage can become quite a problem over time, so being able to heal is fantastic. And then Illumination, which gives the target minus 20 dodge, so whoever it hits gets minus 20 dodge. And it also increases our Torchlight. So Torchlight is something I'll explain once we get into this mission. All right.
The preparedness, measured now in gold.
Okay, this is weird. So they used to not give you a limit on how much you could buy. You could basically spend as much gold as you wanted, but now it appears you have a limit, and then you bring back whatever you don't use. So, creates more of a survival aspect. I like it, I think. Maybe I hate it. I don't know, we'll see. So we're going to bring 12 food along with us. Full stack of torches. We're going to bring a shovel. Bring a key. A holy water, medicinal herb. Basically, going to bring one of each of these items because I think that's all that will be necessary. And if the new mechanic is true and we can bring back things that we don't use, we'll get all that stuff back anyway. Cool beans. So, here we go, Into the Ruins. As you can see at the bottom here, torchlight, very important. The torch will be up at the top once we start the mission, but as they chose to make it a symbol on the loading screen, you can tell it's important. All right, here we go.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So, depending on how much light there is, currently there's the max 100, which means that we have a super increased scouting chance to see what is going to be coming up in the map here. And we also have a greater chance of surprising monsters and getting them to not act in the first round. So, when there's less light, you tend to get better loot. You also have a better crit chance, but the enemies also can hit harder, have a better chance of critting you, and basically it just gets harder. Now, there are some ways that you can play, and there are many different items and abilities which will function better with no light, but I personally prefer just to keep Radiant Light. Keeps things easier in an already difficult game. All right, So we're going to go ahead and take the shorter path here and just explore. See what we come across. Uh-oh. Alright, so there's a trap on the ground. Luckily, thanks to its high avoid chance, he was able to avoid it. And I like they added in kind of an over and an underhang here, just to make it seem like you're a little bit more walled in. Kind of adds to that whole claustrophobia aspect of this dungeon. Alright, so this is an Iron Maiden, and it can actually trap your characters and cause them to develop claustrophobia, which is a negative ability, but we're going to use medical herbs, or medicinal herbs, which I know clean it, and allow for thorough search. Alright, so we got 25 gold, nothing big, but we also got onyx, which at the end of the mission will be sold for 500 gold. So, since we didn't spend that much to get those herbs, I'd say that was a good trade-off. Now, whenever you enter a room, it will actually reduce your torchlight, and as you move along, your torchlight will slowly decrease. So, as you can see, we get increased stress, less scouting, and less monster surprise, although still more than normal, thanks to our dim light now at 70. So, we're going to go ahead, move into this, and I'm going to pop a torch. And apparently he could not avoid that trap, so it's going to deal...
Possessed by evil intent.
Hey! So that's a great way to start our first battle. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to blinding gas. And we got the stun on both. Fantastic. And let's just see how many of them we can stun. Whole party? Why not? Alright, so since these guys are a little weaker, I'm going to go ahead and Grape Shot Blast at the first 3 guys there, and they're going to take 3 damage each. And then we're going to Stunning Blow him and see if we can get that whole party stunned for an entire turn. And we did! Alright, so this is a fantastic start to our first battle. And they're going to gain Stun Resist. Wow, it's really good that we stunned them. Alright. So, Incision's going to take out skeleton number 1.
Destroy them all.
Pistol Shot can take out skeleton number 2. Oof! Critical dodge. These Arbalists are bad. They're bad news for me. So, I'm going to go ahead and heal up Dismas, since he has taken a little bit of damage thanks to that trap. Move him right back up. Oof! 7 damage. Right to our healer, of course. Alright, so I need to clear these corpses now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my protection and torchlight, and then I'm going to have our Plague Doctor clear all the corpses. So luckily I can still pistol shot to get some damage in on the Arbalists in the back. Oof! Lucky dodge by our Plague Doctor. And an equally lucky dodge by Dismas. Alright, so we are actually having a fantastic game starting out here. We go ahead and heal up, and we get a critical heal on our healer, our Vestal, which is good, and it reduces some of her stress. So we're going to hit him, and we're going to clear all the corpses. So bam, they move right to the front. Alright, that makes our job just a little bit easier. So we are going to Stunning Blow full health Arbalist here. And I'm going to Pistol Shot him.
Give them no quarter.
So they aren't going to be able to act this turn, which is great. We're going to go for just another stun, because why not? Hey, and we pick it up. Fantastic. Alright. Get a little incision damage in on him. And smite. Alright, so honestly, probably couldn't have asked for that first battle to go any better. We're going to walk away with 550 gold and 2 busts. So, moving along. We're not going to touch this because it summons something really bad if you happen to trigger it the right way, so we're not going to mess with that. I don't want to die. Alright. Moving along. Heading back the other way. So, as you can see, we're gaining a little bit of stress the longer we stay in this dungeon, the more we move through. And of course, as soon as that torchlight drops a little more, I'll probably pop a torch. Alright. So, what just popped up here is something for hunger. The longer you're in the dungeon, the greater chance that you're going to have hunger trigger. Now, each of your party members will consume 1 food, normally. Some of us, such as our good friend Reynald here, if he has stress above 50, which luckily he does not, he's currently only at around 24, But if his stress gets above 50, he will actually consume more food, which makes it harder to stay in the dungeon longer. So the only good news is, on top of clearing that away, we also do get a little tiny bit of healing, about 5%, which is unnecessary right now because we're doing pretty well, but nonetheless appreciated. So, moving along towards the other part of the map. All right, these bags are usually untrapped, but occasionally they're empty, as was the case there, so that's unfortunate. All right, Vestal going to take a little more damage and a little more stress, so that's making me a little nervous. All right, go ahead, and luckily we got a scout, so we get to see what's coming up. So we have 2 battles coming up. Ooh, that's ugly. All right, we're going to move forward. Hopefully we get some good items. All right, books have a chance to do some terrible things to us, but we're going to try it. And that's going to stress him out a lot. That wasn't good. And, hey, we found a map, so now we'll know exactly what's coming up. And we at least found what the items are going to be. So, I'm going to go ahead, pop another torch so we can get a surprise chance. Okay, this is new. The Madman, I've never seen that before. What I do recognize is a Bone Courtier. So I'm going to kill her because she stresses us out, and of course she has very high dodge. Whoa, okay. Not okay. So we need to kill these 2 in the middle here immediately, otherwise they are going to stress our party out beyond belief. Tempting Gauntlet, and that's going to cause stress. Alright. So, first off, we're going to try and stun. Wow! The dodge chance is killing me. We're going to try and stun them back here, which looks like we did get the stun. Fantastic. It was a slash. It was a graveyard slash. Alright. You are human, not unholy. I'm going to try and take out the Bone Soldier. That's good. Deal a little bit of damage to him and clear that corpse out of the way. Moving them up. Okay, so unfortunately Undead can't bleed, but I know Madman can. That's right, bleed! Stop accusing him! Stop! No! Why? We heal up our Plague Doctor because he's close to half health. Alright, we're going to try and just get rid of this Madman. Not ideal, but... Alright, he's going to knife me. I'm going to say, so? We're going to try and get rid of Bone Courtier. I actually want to get in a little damage on the Arbalist, which was pointless because, of course, he'll dodge. It's looking a little rough for us in this first fight here. So we're going to heal up again. Not getting great heals here. Hoping to get him a little bit higher. And you know what? We'll just go ahead and take out Bone Courtier. Eventually that corpse is going to, nope, not bleed itself out anymore because no longer bleeding. But we did get in some good damage there. We're going to try and stun him in the back. And we do. Make it a little easier. Alright, the stun pops. We're going to get another heal in on the Plague Doctor. That was better for 5. He's getting healed up a little more. And I'm going to clear both those corpses so he moves up to the front. Can't use the Arbalist shot anymore. He's not going to bleed, obviously. And he poked us for 2 damage. So, to clear that, alright. We came out of it relatively unscathed, but kind of more stress than I wanted us to have. So we get a portrait, a couple busts, another shovel, and a skeleton key. Skeleton keys are good because they open, otherwise, potentially trapped chests. And allow us to get some sweet loot. Alright, Bone Defender, that's not good. So what we're going to do is, we're going to shoot you. Alright, we're going to attempt to stun the Defender. Good. This is going to hurt. 7 damage. And we're going to attempt to stun these 2 back here. I love stun. It's so useful when it works. I know that they had previously buffed creatures against it, but what can you do? Alright, smite. So we're going to take care of the Bone Soldier immediately, which is perfect. We're going to do a little damage to this Arbalest. We're going to clear their corpse away so we can move them just a little closer. Dodge. Ooh, okay, 4. 4 is acceptable. I will take 4 damage. Absolutely. Alright, we're going to try and get more range damage on this Arbalest, possibly take him out. We're going to smite the defender. As you can see, he's got a little bit better protection, but luckily smite does increase damage against minions of the undead. So we're going to heal up our Vestal a little bit. Oof. Alright, so we're going to need to heal up Dismas, our highwayman, this turn, and speak of the devil, he shall appear. So, alright, 1 Arbalest down, we still got the defender and the other Arbalest left. And let's see if we can get some damage in here. 6 damage, that's solid, coming out of the Plague Doctor. Of course, he's not going to bleed, though. Bayonet jab, it's better than Quarrel. We're going to see if we can get a little damage in there and maybe clear part of that corpse away. We're going to heal up Dismas just in case there are any more room battles after this. We will want to have him nice and healed up. And we're going to clear away these corpses so he can't fire from long range anymore. And now we're going to put in some work. Get a bayonet jab. And he's going to get smitten. Alright, so that's not the last room battle at all. It's heirlooms. Alright, we get some free busts. Hey, and we get a free torch. Hashtag salvage that mug. Alright. So, we should have at least one more room battle coming up, so we're going to pop a torch going in, and the chance we get surprise. This will be our room battle. Alright. And we get the surprise. See? It pays to have torches, kids. So, we're going to decision him. Just going to knock him out right away. I'm going to heal up Dismas a little bit. Get him back in fighting shape. And deal some smite damage. We get a nice 10 damage in on this defender. I thought he used to have more health. Huh, I'll take 15 health any day. Stop hurting him. Stop! Why are you trying to kill my guy? Oof. You're ripping into Dismas. Jesus. Alright, that's going to add some more stress, unfortunately. So let's see if we can take him out. We do, so we're going to have our Plague Doctor. Hey, and we heal a little bit of stress. We're going to have our Plague Doctor clear these corpses next turn, so we have a little bit easier chance. Hitting these 2. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to heal up, obviously. Our Vestal's just going to be committed to healing. Sometimes I like to run 2 Vestals, that way you can double heal or double stun. I don't know, it's fun to kind of mix up your party from time to time, just to keep the game interesting. So, we have a 72% chance to hit. I like those odds. Apparently, so did the computer. Alright, bayonet jab. Gonna do a measly 2 damage. Not insignificant, but also not significant. Alright, and we're gonna deal some damage to clear the corpse. So I want him nice and in the front. Just in case this isn't the last battle, we're gonna heal up just a little more. And smite. Alright. So we're going to walk away with 2 Jade for 250 each, Onyx for 500, and some Crests. Alright, so it appears we do have one more room battle after this. We're going to use a Skeleton Key. Oh, luckily it's already unlocked. If I had read that, I'd probably know. And we get 500 gold and 4 more Crests. Perfect. So, go ahead and scout. We have 2 more battles. Wow, it's kind of a long episode. I do apologize. No, and unfortunately his ability is going to make him open this trapped. And bleed. So unfortunately he is prone to stealing items, so sometimes he will activate things without me wanting to. Had I been able to, I could have either used a shovel to smash that open or a key to open that up and get valuables from inside, which would have really helped. But, you know, why help me out? Alright, so we're going to use a bandage to stop him from bleeding. We're going to pop one more torch here. Okay, luckily it's just fighters. They are surprised, so again, pays to have torches, people. I'm going to do a little Great Shot Blast. Going to heal us up some more. So we have at least 1 turn of surprise here. Take out one of these maggots. Good. I know after the last one they had increased their protection chances. Luckily, they dropped him back down, and they don't even have dodge. Unfortunately, the Spitter does, but we're going to have an attack that hits both, and we're going to clear that fight out nice and easy and heal some stress, and pick up 500 gold. So,
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a
slow and insidious killer. And here's our final. So we got a Cultist Brawler, a Cultist Acolyte, so we're going to want to get these two dealt with immediately, because they're going to screw with our party formation. Arrgh. And I'm going to make them bleed. As you can see, they're just stressing me out beyond belief. So as you can see, that ability from the Cultist Brawler allows him to move around as well. We're going to stun, hopefully, yes? Yes. I just want to, at this point, walk away from this mission without the stress. Alright, well, stun wasn't necessary, but we got some damage in anyway. I'm going to smite him, so he'll just drop immediately. It's about trying to get people... It's basically about trying to get a numbers advantage, if you can. The fewer they have, the less damage they can do, and the less stress they can cause. So... Oh good, you pulled me back to my original spot. Thank you. How lovely. Alright, 5 damage up front, dodge in the back. So... This is our last room battle anyway, we might as well just try and go for straight damage. Because they'll automatically heal up once he gets back to town. And Disma's going to take him out with the Grave Shot to heal a little bit of stress. So, that's going to be it for that.
So too will resistance.
Go ahead and claim our rewards.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their bliss.
Alright, so we don't necessarily get back the items, but we do get some money for them, which is nice. They gave us a nice little refund. Alright, so we got a bunch of heirlooms, which again are important for upgrading your town, unlocking new things. Alright, so Reynold's going to take additional stress damage, but gets extra damage versus Eldritch enemies, which is good. Alright, so he's going to take increased damage in the Cove, which is a new area I haven't seen yet, but he's going to consume less food if he's stressed, which is good. And, alright, Brickville's going to get plus 10% damage to melee skills. I don't normally use Plague Doctors for melee, but, you know, it's each their own.
We dug for months.
Alright, so it's going to let us know which the most severe negative quirks are.
We were rewarded with madness.
Or check the stagecoach. Alright, well, we got several more. You have Point Blank Shot and Duelist Advance, so I do want you. What are your minus 10% max HP? But, alright, yeah, no, we're definitely going to bring Borasa with us.
Elusive, evasive,
Montacute. If it bleeds, bleed out. Alright, we want to try to unlock Iron Swan. Barbaric Yawp, but... 10%. I see nothing wrong with taking Montacute, because she kinda cute. Alright. And we want this additional Highwayman. Accuracy. We'll take him for now, and we can always get rid of him later. So,
elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
With that, we are going to go ahead and call it an episode. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tune in for more of these episodes. Again, I am Bowtie So Fly. Thanks for watching, and stay fly.